The Cleveland Browns are expected to bench veteran quarterback Joe Flacco. How could they bench Joe Flacco? He was the greatest quarterback in the postseason. He's a Super Bowl champion. Yeah, he's getting benched. And they're going to start rookie Dillon Gabriel. Quack, 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 quack. He's a former Oregon Duck quarterback there. Moving forward, that begins this Sunday, very early in the morning as the Cleveland Browns will take on the Minnesota Vikings, which I know Hollering James is excited about now. That change coming shortly after the embattled head coach Kevin Stefanski. Not very fancy, but he's Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski sidestepping questions. He did not give a straight answer about the possibility of changing quarterbacks following another embarrassing, gutless performance by the Cleveland Browns in a blowout loss to the Detroit Lions. Cleveland now 1-3 on the 2025 NFL season. The one win was a gift courtesy of Jordan Love, who handed the game to the Browns, and they accepted the gift. But let us discuss. And I want to play the word game. I like playing the word game. Let's play the word game. I like words, so let's play the word game. So here we go. The word game, the question, the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback Dillon Gabriel in London is blank. Again, we're playing the word game. The Cleveland Browns starting quarterback Dillon Gabriel in London is blank. I've got fettuccine Alfredo, Bass Pro Shops, and Scarlet Letter. We'll combine all these together, and we'll make a nice plate of baba ganoush is what we're going to make. To finish off the word game, though, the Browns starting quarterback Dillon Gabriel in London is blank. I wrote down a cry for help is what I wrote down. Man alive. What else did you say? Joe Flacco, who should be on a John Deere lawnmower somewhere in dad jeans, is playing quarterback in the NFL. And he is the so-called adult in the room, which I always get a kick out of, right? Of course, he unfortunately plays like an adult in the room. He plays like he's 87 years old. He plays like Arnie Spanier, our colleague who does a weekend talk show this year, my friend Arnie Spanier, playing pickup basketball at the YMCA in Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. That is essentially Joe Flacco attempting to play quarterback in the NFL. So his benching was, another word I will use, is inevitable. It was inevitable. You knew going in the Browns were going to have a different quarterback every few games. That's just what they do. And Joe Flacco's stat line, it looks like the NFL Films crew brought back bloopers and practical jokes from the NFL. Football follies with Joe Flacco. He is on pace. Go to my notes here. He's on pace for Joe Flacco, 8.5 touchdown passes, 25.5 interceptions, which I'm told is not good, although I didn't play football, so I don't know if I'm allowed to comment. I'll have to ask Ryan Clark. And almost 9 fumbles. So it works out to about 35 turnovers and less than 10 touchdown passes for Joe Flacco. That's not a quarterback. That is a piñata is what that is. And so Kevin Stefanski really had no choice. The Browns had no choice in this. And so now the Browns, it's a fun game. The Browns are taking some fettuccine Alfredo out of the water, the noodles, the fettuccine Alfredo, and they are then throwing the noodles against the wall, hoping that something sticks. Here, hitting the reset button. The Browns are going back to the factory settings. And as you know, when you're the Cleveland Browns, when you go back to the factory settings, what you're doing is you're going back to the factory of sadness, which is the Cleveland Brown football operation. This is a desperation heave across the Atlantic.